3 reasons why Naomi turned heel on WWE SmackDown. This week's episode of WWE SmackDown finally saw Naomi turn heel. The Glow was involved in an emotional segment with Bianca Belair on the show and finally accepted that she was Jade Cargill's mystery attacker. This left the EST in tears, and after this, the Storm made her arrival and destroyed Naomi on the show. I end this article. We will discuss 3 reasons why the 37-year-old star turned heel on this week's show. It was part of WWE's long-term plans. The heel turn of Naomi seems to be a long-term plan of the Stanford-based promotion, and this is why she turned into a villainous star. Since the mysterious attack angle, the real-life Bloodline member has always been the prime suspect in the entire scenario. With the Storm returning at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event and exposing Naomi as the attacker, her heel turn was evident to take place on this week's SmackDown. This turn could work, given her excellent previous work as a heel member of Team Bad, along with the former Sasha Banks and Tamina. To set up Jade Cargill versus Naomi for WrestleMania 41, Naomi's heel turn and her assertion that she was the mystery attacker of Jade Cargill will surely set up a WrestleMania match between these two stars. This is also another prime rationale behind why the Glow turned heel this week. Now, with a few weeks on the home stretch before WrestleMania 41, WWE could build a proper rivalry between them, culminating in a match at the shows of shows. Triple H has been using the traditional strategy of face versus heel for Mania in this feud. Hence, the game's decision to turn Naomi into an evil character on the Blue brand would work out well for all parties concerned. Naomi had been a babyface star for a long time, and why it's been a very long time since the 37-year-old female star has been a heroic character on television. Even before the pandemic era, Naomi was still a babyface star despite multiple heel turns in the women's division. So it seems that finally this year, WWE has decided to shift her character, which led to her heel turn on the Blue brand this week. This villainous turn allows the company to finally have a full-fledged evil run for Naomi, her quite lengthy babyface run in the sports entertainment juggernaut. Additionally, this heel turn opens up the possibility of many interesting feuds and directions for the Glow in the future. A showdown between Naomi and Bianca Belair is also anticipated to take place. This could also be a feud for the ages, seeing as how the fan reception for the two tagging together was phenomenal. Naomi admits to attacking Jade Cargill on Friday's episode of WWE SmackDown. She did it for Bianca. She did it for them. Whatever the reason, Naomi finally admitted it was her who attacked Jade Cargill. All signs pointed toward Naomi being the one behind the mysterious attack of Jade Cargill. Last November, the Storm arrived at Elimination Chamber and beat Naomi up so bad that she had to be removed from the Rogers Center in Toronto on a stretcher. On this week's episode of SmackDown, Naomi finally admitted that it was her that took Cargill out by putting her through a car windshield ahead of Survivor Series War Games. Bianca Belair called her good friend down to the ring Friday night in Philadelphia and demanded a straight answer. Naomi ducked and dodged, but eventually admitted the truth by screaming, "I did it." Naomi said that she did it for Belair and for their team. She said she didn't like Cargill joining Belair and riding her coattails. Eventually, the EST had heard enough and left the ring. As she walked up the ramp, Naomi continued to try and explain herself until she got fed up and called Bianca an ungrateful bitch. At that moment, Jade Cargill arrived at the arena and made a beeline for the ring. Belair gave Jade a little nod of approval and let Jade go to the ring to inflict more punishment upon her attacker. Naomi, who was still sporting a neck brace, was an easy target for Cargill, and she left her laying flat in the ring with a massive Jaded. Bianca Belair appears to now be clear of the mysterious attacker story arc after washing her hands of Naomi. She'll now turn her attention toward WrestleMania 41, where she'll face Io Sky for the WWE Women's World Championship. Sasha Banks has a message for Naomi after Jade Cargill's attack at WWE Elimination Chamber. Naomi has become the talk of the wrestling town lately after being seemingly revealed as Jade Cargill's mystery attacker at the WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 Premium Live event. After the brutal beatdown last weekend, AEW star Mercedes Moné, FK Sasha Banks, has shared a message for her friend. The Storm made her return during the six-woman Elimination Chamber match and relentlessly assaulted the Glow, leaving her unable to compete in the bout. Many thought she would target Liv Morgan since she and Raquel Rodriguez were spotted in the parking lot when Jade Cargill was mysteriously taken out. Nia Jax beats Naomi, Notch's third WWE Women's title defense in SmackDown main event. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax retained her championship on WWE SmackDown, in part thanks to interference on her behalf over Naomi. Naomi pinned Jax last month after interference from Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez before Crown Jewel. Jax started off the match hot, immediately getting her opponent in the corner and overpowering her. Naomi hit a rear view for a near fall on Jax, but the champion followed it up with a pop-up Samoan drop and set Naomi up for the Annihilator, but Naomi knocked her off to the outside, then took her out from the top rope. The broadcast cut to the back, and Morgan and Rodriguez were seen taking out WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Naomi got Jax back in the ring, but Miss Money in the Bank Tiffany Stratton attacked Naomi from behind. Naomi was able to counter a body slam from Jax, but the champion kicked out. Stratton tried to interfere again, but Bayley took her out. Naomi hit a split-legged moonsault, and Jax barely kicked out. Candice LeRae appeared to take out Bayley. Jax hit a Samoan drop from the second rope, dragged Naomi to the corner, and finally hit the Annihilator to retain. For those who missed the first SmackDown of the year, here are the results of all the matches that took place, as well as notes on the other highlights that happened during this episode. The show started with footage of last week's episode, breaking down the situation between SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis ordering Kevin Owens to hand over the Winged Eagle WWE Championship title, as he's not the rightful champion, and the setup of Cody Rhodes challenging Owens to a ladder match for the belt at Royal Rumble after that. Cody Rhodes cut a promo where he said he was technically not cleared to wrestle tonight. Drew McIntyre interrupted. He gave some words of wisdom to the American Nightmare about how he, Cody, is the quarterback of the best roster the company has ever had, and Rhodes needs a friend to watch his back, so he's there as part of the transfer window. He always tells the truth. Rhodes equated his experience of leaving WWE to come back and finish the story to what happened with McIntyre as well, and put over the Scottish Warrior's successes. But he doesn't believe him, and he knows that Drew wants a shot at the title. McIntyre reiterated that he's here to help him, not hurt him, and as he was leaving, told him to watch his back, just as Kevin Owens jumped Rhodes from behind. McIntyre just casually walked away, and officials came out to separate Rhodes and Owens. Mercedes Moné picks upcoming Naomi WWE SmackDown. JR current AWTBS champion Mercedes Moné has commented ahead of Naomi and Bayley's upcoming WWE SmackDown match. WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax is set to defend her championship at WWE Bad Blood next weekend, but her opponent is not yet known. On last week's episode of SmackDown, Bayley and Naomi both pinned Nia during a tornado tag team match, with them set to face off against each other on this week's episode of the show. Taking to Twitter today, Naomi asked her followers for help in choosing which of two ring gear she should wear for the match, showcasing a new wig and other Uno-themed gear. Responding to the question, AWTBS champion Mercedes Moné responded, picking the Uno-themed gear for Naomi, saying, "Is there a heel turn